Good morning, crafters, and welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm Georgia, and so happy that you could join us today. We are going to work with the Wreath Builder from Stampin' Up! Because we are ready for fall and Christmas. So let's head down to the crafting table and let's get started. Okay, so here is the stamp set that we're going to use today, Arrange a Wreath. And we are also using the Wreath Build dies that you can buy as a bundle with this set starting in August. So pretty. And so we use these dies to cut out the wreaths, and then of course we used our poinsettia. Now we have two stepped up versions to show you right after the video, so hang around. But today we're going to make a card that just has a flap and folds over, and I think you're going to be so impressed as you see us create this. Now we are going to use a diagonal stamp set from Stampin' Up! And we are going to use today crushed curry to stamp this card. So go ahead and just go over it. And what I like to do when you have, whether you're using the checkerboard or this striped stamp, I like to use another piece of paper and we put it down. Let's see, I'm going to put it down this way. Put it on the stamp and then use a piece of paper to simply go over it so that you get really good contact. And look at that. Oh my goodness, isn't that pretty? Now we need to do this top part, and the way I do the top part, just ink this up again, and then I put a piece of white paper here so that I don't get it on the inside. And look at that. Isn't that lovely? So we're going to set that to the side. I'm just going to bring in another piece of paper so that I don't get my table messy. And what we need to do now is simply put some mats down. Now remember, all the measurements will be over on our blog, which is creativemomentsbyg.com. And just click on my blog and you'll be able to get all the dimensions. I would like to invite you to go ahead and take this moment to subscribe to our channel and click the bell so that you never miss a video. We bring videos and inspiration to you on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And so we want you to be part of our Sunflower family. Now, the next thing we need to do, and I want you to notice, look what we're using. We're using that new color, Cinnamon Cider. The next thing we're going to do is put a flap right here. See how that goes down? Because that is actually going to be the top part of your card. Before you glue that down, you need to put down your front mat. So let's go ahead and get that exactly where we want it, because this cover is going to go right over it and it covers it up just a little bit. So make sure you put this mat down first. So we are going to put some glue, and you only put glue on this part right here. Don't glue the sides down over here because you want it to, of course, create a flap, right? So make sure there's no glue on the sides right there. We only have glue on this front part. That way, look at this. See how it creates a flap for you? Oh my goodness. Starting to take shape. Now, because we're going to write our sentiment right here, we want it hidden behind the flap, right? So see how it just fits perfectly? So that's exactly where you want to glue it down. So just get a little bit of glue on there. And then just line it up right here. But go ahead and make sure that it's right in that crease. And then before you push it down, make sure it's right behind. And then go ahead and just smush it, right? That's a word, smush. Okay, so here we have our flap. Now look at this. Okay, here's our card. Now we're going to start with our wreath builder. We went ahead and we used our dies to cut out these two pieces, and we cut out the beautiful flowers. But instead of red flowers, poinsettias, we cut out fall colors. Look at these. Now we are going to build these on top of each other. Aren't they lovely? So we'll put the dark one in the back and put the light one on top. Isn't that going to be pretty? Now on this one, on the wreath, we're going to put this one down first, and we're going to put the leaves on top. And the way we do this is we want to go ahead and just use our little glue dots. And we're just going to pick up a few places because we don't want it glued down all over and to lay flat. We want it to stick up just a little bit. So just randomly go and pick up some little glue dots on the backs of these leaves. I'm going to use about 4, I think. And then we're just going to set it down right like that. And see, that way you still have some dimension, right? And we need a little one right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my Take Your Pick tool, lift it off, and just add it right there to the back. Starting to take shape, right? Now on this one, I'm actually going to set it up on some mini dimensionals. So grab those, and we will just put them randomly on the leaves. And you know, with the stamp set, you have flowers, you have eggs, you have hearts, so that you can use this for so many seasons. Now look at this. We're just going to lay it right there on top, kind of center it. Now what you need to do is build your flowers, right? And so what we're going to do is we are going to use our mini dots again, and we are going to put one right in the center, and then just put our yellow one off center just a little bit, right? Now look at that. See, it's off center just a little bit. So you can go and do this to each one. Okay, now we are going to put our flowers on. So we're just going to put another mini dimensional on the back. Okay, let's go ahead and just get them set up because we are going to add some rhinestones. Oh my goodness. It's going to be so pretty. And it's really all the layers that you use to create this. Look, we haven't even opened this yet. And these are called our artistry blooms. Look at these beautiful colors. Can you see the shimmer in those? I think we need the big one myself. So let's go ahead and grab that. Put that right in the center. Look at that. Isn't that design pretty? And don't you love those flowers? Those flowers can be used for Christmas or fall or Easter. Now, something else you can do is you can tie a little ribbon just right here, just to give it a little bit of an added touch, right? Now, another tip for any ribbon that you're going to use on your cards like this, go ahead and take your take your pick tool and your little glue dot and just put it on the very back and get it exactly where you want it, and then press it down. And that way you don't have to worry about it coming up at all. Now we need to go ahead and stamp our message on the inside. Make sure that you stay right in the middle so that it's hidden. And what we decided to do was take from Beautiful Autumn, my heart is grateful for you. Isn't that a beautiful statement? And I am going to use cinnamon for our sentiment. And because it's the first time I've used this stamp, I'm going to go ahead and stamp off right here just to make sure we get good contact. Look at that font. Is that not beautiful? And we're just going to stamp it right in the center and hold it for good contact. Now, look at this card. Isn't that beautiful? I love the design. Such a great fun fold, right? It's such a pretty card that they can actually stand up right there on their desk. Oh, so pretty. My heart is grateful for you. I love this new in color. I love that these flowers can be poinsettias or they can be fall flowers. And saying that, I promised you 2 more cards. Let me show you this one. Oh my goodness. Can you see the embossing we did on this mat? It's the wood embossing folder. So pretty. And this is from the DSP that has all the woods in it. Don't you love this design? We added the wreaths, and look at that cute bow. That comes with the stamp set and the die set. So cute. You don't have to tie a bow. Just cut it out. The good things in life are better with you. You are so special. And these flowers come from the die set. Look at those 2 cards. And then we have our Christmas. We couldn't do it without making a Christmas card. Look at this. And look at that. Hark the herald angels sing. Don't you love that font? Look at these 3 cards. Aren't they pretty? Thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. We hope that you enjoyed this wreath builder like we do. There are so many possibilities for this card. Well, go out, grab you some cardstock, and make a card using the wreath builder. We hope that you're safe, healthy, and be creative in your crafting, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.